In today's episode,
So there are those out there who are creating solutions to problems that don't exist.
That's
Not
a great
everything
way of
needs to
putting
be
it.
a decentralized ledger.
Yeah.
Centralized ledgers are fine for so many things. Decentralized ledgers are great when you need that transparency, when you need that lack of trust, but they have their own inefficiencies, right? It takes longer to confirm a transaction on the Bitcoin blockchain because you need so many different people to confirm that ledger. Whereas with Chase, you don't. So you're absolutely right. We have to be very careful of what we're investing in. We have to be very careful of these thought leaders who are trying to present solutions to problems that might not necessarily exist. Blockchain is not the answer for everything.
For everything, yeah. And I think that's a great point, especially we talked about this a little earlier, but just having, if you've worked with anyone technical, often they are, when I say technical, I'm saying like a computer science person, an engineer, a programmer in this case. Often they are some of the smartest people in the world, but sometimes you can get lost in the complexity of what you've created. Like I do this, right? Like as a non-technical person, I'll do this as I've used this example before. People don't know what goes into this setup right now, the cameras and the audio and all the checks we just did and the editing after. And the person listening shouldn't have to care, right? Like they just want to come. They're being nice enough to give us an hour of their attention or more. They don't need to know all that goes in behind the scenes. But as the technical person who's programming the machine, often you want to tell the whole world how complex it was to capture this perfectly with 4K video, right? Like I don't need to know what goes in behind the 4K video. I just want to watch 4K video. Do you get what I mean? And I think that is often a stumbling point for a lot of people, not just in this space, but in general, right? Like anyone who works on a startup or a new innovative idea, you can often get lost in the complexity of what you're doing and really not think about like what the use cases are. And I think we've tried our best to really approach this conversation today to tease out some of those examples. But the truth is there aren't necessarily, it's too early, right? Like there aren't all of these things built out yet. It's still very early. So
it's still speculation, right?
Yeah.
We should always caveat that, right? Today, like Vitalik and others have mentioned, we have not earned some of the value that has been garnished in this space, right? So a lot of what's happening right now is speculation. And that's okay. Yeah. A lot of great technology, a lot of revolutionary things that changed the world started with speculation. The early adopters are the ones that are willing to take that risk. Yeah. Sometimes they're wrong, and sometimes these things go away. Oftentimes they're not, and those who believed in the internet and really participated in a big way, some people got their faces ripped off, by speculating on things that never got anywhere. But if you invested in the underlying protocols, if you invested in, the real, if the Googles, the actual companies, the Yahoos, the Amazons of the world early on, right? These true tech companies, these true .coms, you would have ended up doing well. It's just hard to pick them, right?